this is Lisa from KLAQ. How are you?
Hey, good. How are you?
Good. Are you ready for an interview?
I am.
All right, perfect. So you're going to be playing out here at the Lowbrow Palace on Tuesday of next week.
Oh, thank you. Yes, that's right.
Hey, sometimes when you're on tour and going to a bunch of places, you'll forget where you are and all that. I understand.
Yeah, especially, when we go to Europe or another country like that, I'll wake up and I have no idea where we are or what time it is or anything.
Do you put any reminders on the bus, like a little sign? Welcome, you are in Germany.
No, actually, that's what's so confusing because I'll wake up and I'll have no idea where I am. Crazy because, sometimes we'll drive in the bus and we'll wake up in some other country and it's like, what is going on?
Well, let's talk about, you just released your Greatest Hits album after being 11 years as a solo artist. How did you decide which songs you were going to put on this album from the catalog that you have?
The Greatest Hits is not a hit on it, but just favorites from fans and ones that were videos or singles or things like that. So it's kind of a joint effort with the fans, which ones they, picked and all that stuff. It's a lot of fun. It was a bunch of records and it's a pretty cool accomplishment. And there's a DVD that comes with the physical copy that those are only sold at the shows. So
Right.
People can get those Greatest Hits with the DVD at the concert on Tuesday.
Yeah, I saw that you were doing that. And so it's a full-on concert DVD that you get with the album. Why did you want to release that with the album?
Because here's the thing. There was a video, an old videotape from Metallica called Cliff 'Em All.
Right.
And it was people filming these concerts. And it was so inspiring to me because it was not mixed or it was not edited in any way. And it really made you feel like you were at the show. And I thought, God, what a cool thing to do. So people are always filming everything right now. Somebody's filming me talk right now. So, but everybody films everything. And I thought, what a cool thing. Why don't we just put that on for people around the world and all that? There's no mixing. There's no editing. It really makes you feel like you're at the show.
I think if I was an artist, part of the thing I would want to do it too is maybe even a hope here, you get to go home and take a DVD of the concert with you. Put your phone down and be a part of it. Does that annoy you? Because it personally, as a concert goer, annoys me when I'm there and I'm trying to watch it and I have about 80 cell phones in front of my head trying to Snapchat and Instagram and whatever else. The concert, does that bother you that people are recording that rather than putting their phones down and being a part of the moment?
Here's how I look at it. There's no way that we're going to beat that. It's just not going to happen. If you want to record. It totally doesn't bother me. And I even tell everybody, you guys can record if you want. You just can't beat that. So it's just going to happen. It's just like, hey, don't go on porn sites because it's bad. People are going to do it.
Have you been looking at my browser history? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Well, I wanted to bring it up in a nice, calm way.
Well, last time you did your solo tour, you didn't come by through El Paso. What can fans expect from John 5 and the Creatures?
It's a show. I'm trying to entertain folks with just a guitar, but it's like a instrumental Alice Cooper show. So there is a show that goes along with it. There's monsters that come out. There's all different types of music. There's all different cool things that are going to happen. So it's a really cool show.
Yeah, I saw the video. This is all over the internet, of course, of you, Zombie, and Doyle all getting on the stage together and doing a song. How awesome is it for you to have those moments and have your friends and also tour mates come out and perform with you?
It's great. I love doing it for people, and I love when people do it for me. It's a real treat, and it's special for the fans. I remember going to shows, and somebody would come out, and it was like, oh, my God, how random and how cool and how special was that? Because before there were everyone filming everything, you would just hear about it through word of mouth, like, oh, my God, Eddie Van Halen got up on stage with Michael Jackson or something like that. You would just hear about it. But now it's great that I'm in that position where people can come up on stage with me and I can come up on stage with them. So I think it's a really special thing. It makes me feel great.
Another special video I saw, I love on the new album, you have the covers of Welcome to the Jungle, but my personal favorite, Michael Jackson's Beat It. What made you want to choose those two songs? And if you did another cover, which song would you choose?
Each song was very inspiring. Welcome to the Jungle really made me want to go after my dream. Like, okay, it was that song because the lyrics were like, okay, you got to go do this. It's going to be tough. It's going to be, you're probably not going to make it type of thing, you know. And so that song really had a big influence on me. And then Michael Jackson Beat It, you know, it was around that time where I was in middle school or something, and it was such a huge song, and Eddie Van Halen was playing on it. And it was just, I was paying tribute to Michael Jackson and Eddie Van Halen. Yeah, for another song, I don't know. That's a really good question. But you know what? Maybe I'll take suggestions while I'm in El Paso so people can think about it and let me know.
So you also just finished the score for the movie 31. I find it really interesting because I always think, how do you go about creating that? Do they give you the script beforehand? Do they just tell you we want sad or happy? Or do you get to actually see parts of the movie beforehand? How do you go about creating that entire thing?
You'll get a sheet, and I'll get notes from Zombie and saying this is what we're looking for, this is the time, and this is where, you know, we're looking for these kind of things. So it is a very, very, very challenging thing because you're trying to, it's kind of like music that you're not supposed to listen to because it's not supposed to distract you. It's supposed to just enhance the scene and enhance the movie, complement the movie, if you will. So it is really, really, really difficult. And you have to keep in mind for dialogue and all those things. So it's really, really complicated. But, you know, it's all finished, and I'm really proud of it. Can't wait to see it myself.
Which is more difficult for you, creating albums or creating the movie scores?
Probably the movie score, I would say. It is really difficult because it's not really songs. It's sometimes not even in tempo or in key. It's a challenge. It's just creating a mood.
Do you know when the movie's supposed to be coming out?
I don't. I would say early next year.
Okay. Do you prefer working solo or when you have to collaborate with your other artists? Which one do you think you have more creative freedom with?
I love collaborating with people and writers and things like that because I don't have all the answers, but I love to collaborate with people, and I love to hear other ideas. And with everything, I mean, I surround myself with the best people and the smartest people, and it really helps. You know, I watch these documentaries, even like with the president and stuff like that. He surrounds himself with such amazing people, and that's what I try to do with my career as well.
You really have. You've had one of the most decorated and amazing careers out there, I think. Played all over the world with a wide range of artists. What is the best technique or knowledge that you've gained from a certain artist? It can be anybody. And how has it helped you grow as a performer and a musician?
Well, all I do is I play guitar and I study and I work so hard at that. That's one part. But then another part is being as healthy as you can be. And Zombie really educated me on becoming vegetarian and then vegan. And because when you're out on the road, you have to be healthy and you have to be strong and you have to be prepared. And so it's really, really helped immensely because you're traveling. Some people, they go from El Paso to New York or something, they're like wiped out. They're like, oh, but we're in a different country every day sometimes, and you have to be healthy and ready to do it. So I know a lot of people don't like hearing about that, but it's the truth. It really has helped me immensely.
I think as music itself and rock music itself, it continues to grow. I start hearing this more and more from different artists. They're saying, I have to work out, I have to watch what I eat, which isn't something you necessarily saw back in like the 80s or even in the early 90s. Why do you think everyone as a whole now is deciding that, hey, we need to be taking care of our bodies as much as we're taking care of our music?
Well, here's the reason why. It is a reality, and it is common knowledge that back in the day, I don't know how old you are, but back in the day when I was growing up, you never heard the word cancer. I mean, you never heard it. You just never heard it. Oh, this person has cancer, huh? It was like someone getting, the mumps or the measles. You just don't hear it. But now everybody is getting it. We are hearing it pretty much once a week or something like that. It's crazy. So now you just have to educate yourself and be strong and make the right choices for yourself and for your family. It's just, you can do it if you want to, but if you don't want to, it's your choice too. I just chose to do it that way, and it's so beneficial to me. It's maybe one of the best things I've ever done.
Well, it kind of bleeds into my last question. A lot of people out there, of course, the younger generations are starting out wanting a career in music. What advice would you give someone that wants a career as a musician or is just beginning their career in the music industry?
What I would say is YouTube is such an amazing tool. It is such an amazing tool. It's incredible because you can go on juggling chainsaws and get a zillion views or something like that. So, hey, put yourself on YouTube because people watch music now. They'll look at Adele, billions of views, but that's how it is. Or like All About That Bass, that song. It's well over 1 billion views, and it's only sold probably, 4 or 5 million copies, and that dwarfs 1 billion. So everybody's watching music. So I would say, if you don't do it, someone else is going to do it, and that's a fact. So why don't you do it? It's exactly what's going to happen. Someone else is going to do it, and why not you?
Well, perfect. Well, thank you so much, and we will see you out here on Tuesday night.
Great. Thank you so much. We'll see you soon.